feelings, but I felt like you needed to know what she did and why she did it, because it directly affects you. The Legion didn't land here by accident.
Wait, I thought you hit a disruption.
Yeah, we did, but Brainy and Imra hit it intentionally. And they hid the real mission from me because they didn't trust that I'd want to come back to this time.
What's the mission?
Well, the third world killer. The one you haven't found yet, Pestilence. In 1,000 years, she evolves into Blight.
Whoa.
Yeah, so if we can find her now, in this time, then we can save everyone today and in the future. And look, we have a common enemy now, so we can work together.
But our common enemy has been your enemy for years, so I got a lot to learn from you. Like, wait a sec. What was that back there with the T-Rex?
Cape tricks.
Oh, cape tricks?
My old Legion uniform had one, so.
Well, I've been fighting with a cape for 3 years, and all it seems to do is get in the way.
I can help with that, if you want.
I like that.
Lena.
James, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I've been trying to reach you for a couple of days now.
I know, it's just, I didn't realize how massive the workload would be back at L Corp. Sam and I have been swamped.
You guys have been at work this entire time? Or?
Holed up in a conference room, pulling all-nighters like it's a startup. It's okay, though. The work's important. Just time got away from us.
I've been worried about you.
There's nothing to worry about. Everything's fine.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here. Now, if you're into Supergirl Season 3, this is the channel for you. I know I haven't done a Supergirl video for a while. That's because Supergirl was off air for months, and now Supergirl is back. We're going to start doing Supergirl videos, as I was getting a good response from Supergirl, and so far it has been a very good season. So this episode was mainly a filler. Now, I know some people will argue with that and say it wasn't a filler. It was a filler in the sense that we were only getting small character developments with obviously WINN and WINN's mother and other stuff like that. So I'm mainly not going to talk about that. I'm mainly going to talk about the ending scene with Mon-El and Kara, because after we were left on the massive cliffhanger when Imra said, "Mon-El, I need to tell you the truth. I need to tell you why we really came back." So it's an interesting one. So Imra came back on purpose to stop a Pestilence, who is the third world killer, from turning into Blight in the future, who obviously is reckoning the kind of timeline, the place in time where actually Imra's from, and the place in time where Mon-El ended up. So that's kind of interesting, because on The Flash, if you mess around with the future, the past, everything messes up. So surely if they come back in time and kill Pestilence to stop the Blight from creating, surely it will create some variation of Flashpoint inside Supergirl, because let's remember, Legends of Tomorrow, they messed up with the time, and then that created everything that happened on the current season of Legends of Tomorrow. So surely if Pestilence, the third world killer, does get killed, it will create some issue. And obviously the spoiler count did actually say that the other reason why she's come back is to maybe stop her sister from being killed from Pestilence. So supposedly Pestilence kills Imra's sister, and that is another reason. I mean, there's no reason not to believe the said spoiler count, because they have been true. They've been on point with a lot of things they're saying. So obviously we knew that Lena Luthor knew who Samantha was, and it looks like to me on the ending scene, the clip that I played before, guys, that Samantha is being held prisoner, held hostage. James calls her, says you've not been around for a few days. She says she's been working, but it pans out and it's literally a prison cell. So obviously we know that Elena is trying to help her friend Samantha, because see, it's like a split personality. Samantha doesn't know about Rain, and Rain knows about Samantha. So it's like she's trying to get rid of the Rain from her. But obviously, as we know, Rain is the main villain this season. Although there are 2 other world killers, Rain is going to be the one that comes down in the big fight, in the big finale. Although this episode did have a lot of filler material, it was a pretty cool episode. Now, I know I go hard on shows when I don't like them or don't like things, but I'm going to give the fillery stuff a pass. Now, what I'm going to talk about next, guys, let me know, do you actually like the reasoning for why they came back? Now, I know it's kind of confusing because Supergirl fans are like, hang on a minute, they crashed by mistake, but apparently, according to that conversation, they crashed on purpose to get back to this timeline, because obviously Mon-El, it would be hard for Mon-El to get back to this time, and obviously Imra's clearly in love with Mon-El, so it must have been hard for Imra to make the decision to come back. But obviously stopping Blight in the future is important, but surely that's going to create a temporal ruption in the natural timeline or something like that. I don't know, guys, let me know in the comment box down below. Obviously it's going to use different logic to Legends Tomorrow Flash, but it's going to create something. So what I'm going to talk about now is possibly major spoilers for the season finale, because I don't know, guys, you like things like this. I mean, I don't really think it's spoilery stuff, but we've spoken about stuff like this before. I'll try not to put too much in the title about it. So the spoiler account that has been right about obviously everything so far has said this, and I quote, "I was hoping it would wait, but whatever. John, WINN, Chris, I presume they're on about Mon-El, Sam and Ruby are all written out at the end of season 3. This does not mean we won't see them again in the future, as I haven't heard anything about full exits for sure." And then it goes on to say, Mon-El and Kara have a really sweet moment together, but ultimately say they are star-crossed and won't be together. Lena and James are still going strong. James tells everyone that he's the Guardian, like all Natural City. Allura returns, goes back home because obviously she comes back to Earth. She returns back to Argo. Brainy stays in the present. No hints at a relationship between him and Kara. This wraps up the spoilers for this season. I'll drop some teasers for some of the episodes closer. So it's kind of interesting because obviously, let's be honest, guys, this show does perform better when Mon-El and Kara are around in the same universe, in the same timeline, in the same place. So for this spoiler account to say that Mon-El's leaving again, does this mean that we are going to be going to the future next season? So I wouldn't freak out. It doesn't actually say Chris is leaving. It says he leaves at the end of the season, implying maybe he goes towards the future. He goes back to the future. It's kind of interesting because they are like, Melissa Benoist and Chris Wood are dating in real life, so I presume he's not leaving the show. It's just building up to some future timeline. Maybe if Pestilence does get killed, which is kind of obvious, maybe it creates another problem in the future, and maybe that's why. Maybe we are going to be getting some future storylines in the future. Now, it would be pretty awesome, but it's interesting because it says, obviously, John Jones' dad's, I presume, like John Jones' father, I presume it's referring to WINN, Chris, Sam, and Ruby. Now, it says Chris. It doesn't say Mon-El. I can't think of anyone else on the program who it would be other than Mon-El. So, guys, are you freaking out that Mon-El is going to be leaving? I mean, it's kind of odd. I don't know whether to fully believe it, but I like to put content out there. It's controversy that causes debate, because they are hinting towards Mon-El and Kara coming back, Carmella coming back, Caramel coming back. They are hinting towards that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Carmel, but to be honest, guys, it is better when he's around. He seems like a much better grounded character, and he's going to teach Kara that cape trick, which I know I said on Twitter, it's ridiculous that obviously Mon-El is teaching the main stars thing, but it's not really a fighting move, it's a cape trick. So I'm not going to go too hard on it, guys. I actually am really loving this season. I really do like Samantha and Rain. So as this says, it says Sam Ruby leaves. I thought they were building up to a storyline where where Kara's sister kind of adopts Ruby. So you can never take these leaks. I mean, it's not really a leak. It's kind of more of a rumor. So anyway, guys, what I want to do is something I never do. There's a channel called the DCTC Show, and to be honest, he's a really good Supergirl YouTuber. I don't cover Supergirl that often. He is mainly a Flash and Supergirl YouTuber. He covers a lot of Supergirl, so I know there is a lot of Supergirl fans out there because their ratings are consistently good. So I'm going to put his link in the description down below. He doesn't need a shout out, as he's got 63,000 subscribers. He doesn't need a shout out, but I really do feel that like he does need to be getting more traction based on his subscriber count for his videos. So if you do go to his channel from my channel, say that Warstu sent it over. I really do like his Supergirl videos. He does cover a lot of things. He's very consistent and passionate about Supergirl, so that's something that's pretty cool. So if you want to go check him out, guys, that would be cool. Say I sent you over. So guys, let me know what you think about this video. Are you annoyed about the Mon-El reveal? It's not really a reveal. I mean, Mon-El did go on to say that he was sorry because he now understands what it's like to be lied to. So it's kind of interesting. Rain is like in prison, I guess you could say. I can't wait till Rain gets back out. And let me know what you think about episode 14, although I didn't really go over it because most of it was fillery stuff. I'm not really a fan of storylines about like side characters. Although WINN is main cast, he kind of hasn't really had a major storyline in such a long time. So anyway, guys, let me know. Do you think Mon-El's leaving? Are you annoyed? I mean, the other things on the spoiler account are obvious that Sam, Ruby, I mean, WINN is a bit shocked because WINN is like the equivalent of Cisco and the equivalent of Felicity. So I'm up in air. Just let me know. Do you think it's real? I'm not going to say it's 100% real because we don't know, guys. But I like to report stuff on this, and I've had to cram a lot of coverage into one Supergirl video. So anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. It will be awesome as YouTube still has the notification problem. And like I said, go over to the DCTV show YouTube channel. I will link it all down below, guys. Anyway, I will catch you in another video. Goodbye, guys. Anyway, it's pretty cool weather in the UK, so if you're in the UK, have an awesome weekend. Anyway, guys, I will catch you later.